It's the first time I've been in a suit in a while. I'm glad it still fits. I was a little worried about that. But it's awfully good to see you all here for a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, a wonderful announcement. I want to welcome you all, but I especially want to welcome, I'm Brent Christensen with the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce. Sorry, I do realize that some of you all don't know me because this is a regional event this morning. This is a regional announcement. And so we want to welcome our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our partners from Alamance County, from the city of Graham, and from the city of Mebane. You're going to hear from them as well as from the city of Greensboro and from Guilford County as well. So again, welcome. Thank you all for coming and joining us today. My job is to keep us rolling this morning, so I promise that I will do that. So my first role this morning is to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker leads our state's largest economic development agency, the North Carolina Department of Commerce. He has his fingers on the pulse of what companies need in order to expand and grow their businesses in our state, and also what programs are available to help both rural and urban areas of the state improve. He became North Carolina's Secretary of Commerce in January of 2017, named to the post by Governor Roy Cooper, and making a return to the agency for the experienced business executive. Earlier in his career, he served as Assistant Commerce Secretary. He's owned his own law practice, and he's grown a successful telecommunications startup company. He has an insider's knowledge of how companies select sites and decide where to invest. He's traveled the world meeting with global companies, promoting the benefits of doing business in North Carolina, and negotiating major economic development deals like the one we're going to talk about today. A native of Hertford, North Carolina, our speaker, and this is my favorite part about him, is a graduate of Duke University and the Western Michigan University School of Law. He brings a unique perspective to economic development, having served in nearly every single role in the process. Please welcome North Carolina Secretary of Commerce, Tony Copeland.
Thank you, Brent. It is a wonderful day to be back in North Carolina's core. Wonderful things that are going on here. I want to bring you greetings from Governor Cooper. I want to talk a little bit about where we are before we get into this in North Carolina today. Our economic recovery, and we've sustained an economic growth throughout the COVID-19 epidemic, or pandemic, I should say. Our job announcements and our capital investment is almost on par where it was last year, especially the capital investment that we're having. And, you know, it's just amazing to be there this time. In recent months, we have demonstrated reliability and in the state's economy with record, even though we had record high unemployment, we just announced we're down to 6.5% unemployment. I think you'll see that recovery continue. The next announcements, which will be soon, I think you'll see a further drop in the unemployment rate here. You know, even in spite of this pandemic, many of you might have seen that we announced Golf House Pinehurst, the U.S. Golf Association moving most of their headquarters, their testing facilities in what's at Pinehurst, North Carolina, to make that basically the equivalent of St. Andrews for North America. The confidence that the corporate world and even the leisure and entertainment industry has in North Carolina continues to be phenomenal. You know, I want to remind you that one of the things that when we did start shuttering things in North Carolina, we never shuttered manufacturing and construction. So as we're recovering, we're seeing the rebound being stronger and faster than we are in some other places. But the latest news of our success involves the major name of a global logistics company. You know, this project, as we're going to see, demonstrates all the fundamentals of what success in economic development is. It has workforce. Look at where we are today. I mean, this demonstrates the 21st century workforce being here at this nanoscience center. Sites and infrastructure, that's what we're going to talk about with logistics, and taxes and incentives. You know, we're talking about a global logistics company over 100 years old. You know how important logistics are. People just take for granted how things move around. You know, we look at automobile, about 80% of the cost of an automobile is logistics. Moving parts in and out, moving automobiles around. It's one of the things we just seem to take for granted as we go. But I'm pleased to announce this morning that UPS will be adding 592 jobs in Guilford and Alamance counties and investing a total of $316 million in 2 sites in the next 4 years. A $350 billion company by market cap is a leading company in supply chain management. The fact that chose North Carolina as a destination for this major investment, despite COVID-19 and the economic uncertainty that it's caused, says great things about the state, the Piedmont Triad, the Corps, and all of you here. In addition to direct impact of these new jobs and investment dollars, UPS plans will have a noticeable impact here. The company's expanded workforce will create $38.5 million in annual payroll in the Triad region, over $38 million annually in payroll. Over the next 12 years, the project will grow North Carolina's gross domestic product by over $1.4 billion, with a B, and generate over $35.5 million in tax revenues over the next 12 years. You know, North Carolina, and the state's participation in this, we are proud to do this. Governor Cooper's proud to do this. First of all, we started with the job investment grant. You know, that was passed by the legislature in 2003, which I must thank, if there are any legislators here, I did not see them, but for making that possible. Thank you for making that possible. A new state senator, I believe, yes. And county commissioners and city council people and mayors. It's the investments that you do in infrastructure and things long before these companies come that make it possible for this to happen. Many of you don't serve long enough to really sit under the shade of the trees that you pay for sometimes. But this is one that's paying for in North Carolina. You know, one thing about the JDIG grant, it's a self-funding and performance-based agreement. This is not new cash coming out of the tax base. And it will result in more than $1.1 million in new funding from the North Carolina's Utility Fund, which will go in. I want to thank some people here, 2 people in particular that I've worked with for a long time and I think deserve a lot of the credit. One of them is Brent Christensen. Brent. And Mac Williams. When announcements like this look easy, it's because people like them and their teams do a lot of hard work. I want to thank Patrice on my team and Lawrence Bivens from the Department of Commerce, and many other people at Commerce that work on this. You know, one of the things the Department of Commerce that goes unseen is the months of work that go into putting this together. It's much like a M&A transaction in a company. You know, there's a lot of obligations on the company, a lot of obligations on the state, a lot of your local obligations that all have to be quantified and negotiated and get to this point. I want to thank Governor Roy Cooper, once again, the General Assembly, Community College System, the Economic Development Partnership, Guilford County, City of Greensboro, Graham, Mebane, Greensboro Chamber of Commerce, the Alamance Chamber, High Point Economic Development Corporation, the Guilford County Workforce Development Board, and Duke Energy for all that they do too. You know, energy is very important. It's part of our whole infrastructure thing, as is broadband, which is one of the governor's promotions, and this is something we'll be talking to you about next year, will be broadband, as we see kids virtually trying to enter the classroom and those things. They're as important as interstate highways were 50 years ago when President Eisenhower started that. So, to bring this to a conclusion, Patrice. A few minutes ago, the Economic Investment Committee voted unanimously to approve the JDIG grant for the UPS support. $10.2 million paid over 12 years. And in that regard, I would like to present a gift to Keith Hill, Director of Transportation for UPS. Oh. This is a decorative china plate, manufactured in North Carolina, gold leaf with the state seal, which says in Latin, is to be rather than to seem, which is really indicative of UPS and you. He's one of North Carolina's own too, which I must say. Just to let everyone know, 50% of everyone in North Carolina now is a non-native person, which is amazing out of our 10 million people. So thank you for what your company's doing. I present this to you, and thank you. And we wait for the next investment also.
Thank you. All right, thank you for having me here today. And I feel fortunate to be able to represent UPS at this time. I've been with the company for 21 years, and those 21 years have all been in the state of North Carolina. So I've definitely been able to experience the growth that this great state has had. So UPS is honored to be here today. We appreciate the state of North Carolina and Alamance County for their support. These projects will help UPS move our world forward by delivering what matters. The new and expanded facilities will increase the speed and flexibility for connecting businesses of all sizes and our customers throughout the state, across the country, and around the globe. UPS will expand its existing Greensboro hub with the addition of more than 140 new jobs, as well as build a new package sortation and distribution center in Alamance County, creating 451 new jobs. As we look towards the holiday season, UPS is now hiring for seasonal employees to support the upcoming busy shopping and shipping season. Job seekers can visit upsjobs.com to find available positions in the area. This is an exciting time to be part of North Carolina's economic growth, and we look forward to bringing additional jobs that pay well to the Greensboro area as a partner in the community. UPS has a long history of engaging and giving back to the communities where we work and live. That was the philosophy behind our founder, Jim Casey, whose creation of the UPS Foundation in 1951, which provides a platform for UPSers to lend their professional capabilities, resources, and millions of volunteer hours to their local communities. UPS is growing in North Carolina, and we look forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you again for all of your support.
I need that. Thank you, Keith. On behalf of everybody at the stage, and you're about to hear from everybody who will thank you again, we really appreciate your work on this project, and we're excited about the possibilities that we have in our area for UPS. And Secretary Copeland, thank you for being with us. Every time you come to our community, it means great things, so keep coming as often as you can. We love having you here. Unfortunately, our mayor of Greensboro couldn't be with us this morning. She sends her regrets, but she also sends her thanks, Keith. Mayor Nancy Vaughn could not be with us, but in her stead, we're going to hear from Councilmember Mary Kay Abusaway. Mary Kay, if you would, please.
Thank you, Brent. And thank you to everyone for being here. What a beautiful morning it is in Greensboro, North Carolina. So welcome all. I first want to acknowledge my city council colleagues. I see Mrs. Sharon Hightower. This is her district, District 1. Dr. Goldie Wells, District 2. Mrs. Tammy Thurm, District 5. And Mr. Justin Outling, District 3. I also want to acknowledge that our city manager is here, Mr. David Parrish. And our former city manager, Mr. Jim Westmoreland. So today we celebrate a decision, thank you, Mr. Hill, that UPS has made as one of our existing industries in Greensboro to choose Greensboro for their expansion. The city of Greensboro is proud to be the home of the 5th largest UPS hub in the United States. UPS's investment of over $54 million underscores their commitment to this facility and to this city. An expansion such as this is a win for our community and our region. An expansion such as this, with 140 new jobs, this investment speaks to the momentum of growth of supply chain and logistics and our industry sector, in Greensboro and Guilford County, an industry that is well supported by our high schools, higher education programs, and workforce development. Companies like UPS recognize our strategic location for transportation as well as our skilled workforce. Our city commits to supporting and partnering with UPS as they continue to grow and thrive here in Greensboro. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Mr. Hill and UPS. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. We appreciate that very much. You know, I am one of those 50% non-natives, Secretary Copeland, that now call North Carolina home. And so early on, I needed some pronunciation assistance, and Mac Williams was happy to tell me that I was pronouncing the next city incorrectly. So thankfully, I'm able to not embarrass myself when I introduce Ed Hooks, who is the mayor of the city of Mebane, to the microphone. So, Mayor Hooks, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is indeed an honor, and I'm very proud to be here today representing the city of Mebane. Thank you for the opportunity. The announcement that UPS is coming to Mebane is tremendously gratifying. When we worked with the county and with the city of Graham to develop this industrial park, our vision was to have magnificent major companies like UPS locate here. Our dreams are becoming fulfilled. We are proud of the commitment, and we welcome the UPS family to our great city. We're proud of the industrial park that we've put together. We're proud of the great community effort that has gone into this. The jobs that I've mentioned, the investment in the area, the commitment to excellence, the commitment to the community are all fabulous things. We do welcome to Mebane one that is growing. The city of Mebane is growing, and it is one that is inclusive, diverse, and equal. We're very proud of Mebane, as I've said, and we're committed to serving UPS in any way we can. Our staff and our council are committed to providing the most service to all our citizens. It is indeed an honor to have UPS located in our great city. I want to thank our city council members that participated in the county expansion of this industrial park. Today we have several here. We have Sean Ewing, Patty Phillips could not be here, Tim Bradley could not be, Jill Auditore, and Everett Green. I want to thank those things. And I want to thank our city staff that has worked tirelessly to thank. I want to thank Lawson Brown, David Cheek, and Chris Rollins, and all those who have worked to make this day possible. Do not hesitate to call us in the city for whatever we can do to help. We're committed to serving your needs and your great company. Welcome, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I know the sun is starting to, which feels good, the heat feels good, the warmth feels good. If anybody's thirsty, there's a blue cooler there with water in it, so please feel free to help yourself to that as well. Our next speaker will be the mayor of the city of Graham, Mr. Jerry Peterman.
Well, today is another great day for the cities of Graham and Mebane, Alamance County, and Guilford County. Today we welcome UPS to our family. Our families work tirelessly on this location to make it a resource for people with companies just like this to come and be among us. We started this process with one thing in mind, and that was with jobs. We needed jobs in Alamance County. We knew with jobs would come the housing market. According to an article in the Burlington Times, Graham and Mebane are in the top 10 of the housing market in Alamance in North Carolina. We knew with jobs would come diversity. We've got businesses from Colorado, which is prescient, Lidl from Germany in this location. With jobs comes financial stability. Graham and Mebane are financially two of the best cities in North Carolina, and with UPS locating in Alamance County, in Mebane, we will be that way for decades to come. So we want to welcome the family of UPS to Graham and Mebane in our industrial park, and we look forward to years to come. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too want to thank the city of Greensboro for all of their support for economic development projects such as this one. And our next speaker, I want to thank Guilford County and the chair of the Guilford County Board of County Commissioners, Mr. Jeff Phillips. Jeff?
Thank you, Brent. I'll keep it brief, but what an incredibly important time it is, given all the challenges that we've been facing throughout this past year, to have this opportunity and fabulously wonderful announcement. I do want to acknowledge, as others have, my colleagues from the Board of Commissioners that are joining us, at least that I can see. Commissioner Alan Branson here to my left, and your right, Commissioner Skip Alston. Thank you, sir, and thank you all for your constant support of me as your chair. I'm honored to be able to serve with you all. Mr. Lawing, Marty Lawing as well, county manager with us. If I missed anyone from our board or the county staff, again, incredibly honored to be here today for this critically important announcement, this industry expansion here in Guilford County and really our region. On behalf of the Board of Commissioners, along with everyone who's able to join us today and the citizens all across this region, I sincerely want to thank UPS, Mr. Hill in particular, as their representative today, for their hundreds of millions of dollars of investment commitment to this region, in particular $54.2 million right here in Guilford County, more than 141 jobs here in Guilford County that they've committed to, with an average wage of over $65,000. Again, please help me with a warm thank you. We deeply appreciate UPS's commitment to growth and success in our region. UPS is a long-standing member, as you all know, of the business community. We're proud to be the home of this great facility, which will be the 5th largest hub in the United States of America. Guilford County has always been a strategic location for transportation and logistics, and continues to be an ideal place for investment by companies such as UPS. Existing industry growth and expansion is critical to our county's success, and we look forward to working with UPS as they continue to invest in this facility and in the people of Guilford County and those all across this region. Again, thank you for the opportunity to be with you this morning, and thank you again, UPS.
All right, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Our last speaker this morning from the government sector is the chair of the Alamance County Board of County Commissioners, Amy Scott Gailey.
Good morning. Just want to point out that I'm the only one who wore the brown up here. Before I get started, I'd like to recognize our Vice Chair, Steve Carter, is here today, and also our County Manager, Brian Haygood, is here. So thanks for coming. We are so happy to have a globally recognized brand coming to the Triad. UPS's vision is synchronizing the world of global commerce, and now the Triad is a step along that pathway. The 3 flows of trade, goods, information, and funds are seamlessly connected to benefit businesses worldwide. UPS moves at the speed of business, not only swiftly delivering packages, but also rapidly, continually adapting to the changing needs of its customers. What can Brown do for me? It can come to the Triad, bringing jobs, investment, and opportunity. It can take its place as a community partner, working with and walking with our communities. We love logistics. We love jobs. We love progress and innovation. and we love our community partners and are thrilled to welcome UPS as a new community partner. From the beginnings of the company, when it aspired to be swift, safe, and sure, to today's goal to be customer first, people-led, and innovation-driven, UPS has been a leader, evolving from a messenger service off the back of a $100 loan literally a century ago to being the world's largest package delivery company, connecting more than 220 nations and territories across roads, rails, air, and ocean. We are so excited and proud to have the opportunity to be a partner in that incredible legacy of service to business. So UPS, welcome to North Carolina, welcome to the Triad, and welcome to Alamance and Guilford counties. Thank you.
Before I hand it off to my counterpart from the Alamance Chamber, let me say two more thank yous while I have the chance. The day-to-day handling of projects like this is vitally important. And we have two folks here who shepherded this project through on a day-by-day basis. For the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce, that was Meredith Berger. Meredith does all of our existing industry work, and so Meredith, thank you for all of your hard work on this. And then at the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina level, that was Melissa Smith. Melissa, thank you for all of your hard work on this as well. And I did also want to say thank you, Senator Craven, for being with us. We appreciate you being with us this morning. And so now I'm going to turn it over to my friend, my counterpart, Mac Williams. Max, you get to wrap us all up in a nice little bow and send us on our way. So thanks, Mac.
Thank you, Brent, and thank everybody for being here.